40 minutes from the busy beaches of the Costa Daurada, Catalonia changes completely. The coastline disappears, medieval walls surround an entire town, and a monastery rises between vineyards and mountains. This is Montblanc and Poblet, two very different places that can easily be visited on the same day. But are they worth the journey? And which one should you prioritize? From Salou, Montblanc is approximately 40 minutes by car. Poblet is another 15 minutes beyond it. Driving is easily the most convenient option, particularly if you want to explore both locations without rushing. Start in Montblanc, where the medieval centre remains enclosed by some of Catalonia's best preserved defensive walls. Leave your car outside the historic centre. The old town is compact, and almost everything can be reached on foot. Walking through the streets and around the exterior of the walls is completely free. There is also a 300-metre section of wall that visitors can access, passing 5 defensive towers. At the time of our visit, general admission for the wall was €3, with a reduced ticket of €1.50. The main landmark inside the walls is Santa Maria la Major, rising high above almost every other building in town. But Montblanc is not really about following a long checklist of attractions. Its appeal comes from wandering through the gates, seeing the stone buildings, and eventually arriving at Plaza Major. Allow around 90 minutes for a relaxed visit, or slightly longer if you plan to enter the wall or stop for lunch. Montblanc works particularly well for families, photographers, and anyone who enjoys quiet towns without crowds or expensive attractions. The centre is manageable with children, although the cobbled surfaces can make a stroller journey slightly bumpy. Wear comfortable shoes, and during summer, avoid the hottest part of the afternoon because shade can be limited. If you want shopping, entertainment, or a packed schedule, however, Montblanc may feel too quiet. From here, Poblet Monastery is around 10 kilometers away, surrounded by vineyards and the Prades Mountains. Even before entering, the scale of the complex makes Poblet feel completely different from the intimate streets of Montblanc. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it remains an active Cistercian monastery, not simply a historical museum. At the time of our visit, general admission was €10.50, while qualifying reduced admission was €7.50. The most important detail is the schedule. Poblet closes between 12:30 and 3 in the afternoon. Arrive during that break, and you could find yourself waiting outside for several hours. The easiest plan is Montblanc in the morning, lunch there, and Poblet after it reopens at 3. Before arriving, download the free Poblet official guide app and bring your own headphones. They are required for the audio tour. Inside, the route passes through stone corridors, vaulted rooms, and quiet spaces once designed around monastic life. But the visual highlight is the cloister, symmetrical, peaceful, and filled with changing patterns of light and shadow. We completed the visit with a young child and stroller, although some stone surfaces naturally require a little patience. Allow approximately 1 hour to 75 minutes, depending on which version of the audio tour you choose. One important warning for dog owners: pets cannot enter the monastery except registered guide dogs. Public transport is possible, but less convenient. The nearest station to Poblet is at l'Espluga de Francolí, around 3 kilometers away. So, should you visit? Yes, if you want an inexpensive, peaceful day away from the crowded coast. Choose Montblanc for a free and flexible medieval walk. Choose Poblet for the more impressive architecture and interior experience. Together, they create one of the easiest half-day trips from Salou, Cambrils, or Tarragona. But if quiet streets and monasteries are not your thing, and you want rides, energy, and Barcelona's best view, Tibidabo may be the better day out.